Hello there, and we are live. See ya, ladies and gentlemen. See ya, guys. Yeah, I'm really not gonna come here and say, and give you guys this squeaky lines here of how I've missed Steve, and why he hasn't been coming on the show, because I have theories about it, and to be very sincere with you, because Steve is this kind of guy that I really do respect. He helped me build my channel
Got you,
but
bro.
to this day it is. Even if he had his own channel, he still came down here, helped me build some stuff, helped me to do some graphics and do lots of stuff on my channel. I can't say thank you enough to this
No
brother.
problem, bro.
Yeah, but again, it all wells up to the crescendo that this my brother has been ducking me. This brother has been ducking me. See a guys.
TMZ
Let's
Pony
talk
at
about
it.
it.
TMZ.
Let's
Stir up
talk
some
about it.
drama.
See, yeah, guys, yeah. Let me just put it out there, yeah, guys. Since Newcastle got found out, Steve has been acting a little bit sneaky, a little bit snaky, a little bit sneaky. He doesn't want to pop into the show again. Before when
Well, then why am
when
I
he
here
was
right now?
playing to
Then
the
why am
top
I here
four,
right now?
he
Then
used to
why am
pop
I here
in.
right now?
But suddenly, guys, suddenly, guys,
Suddenly.
since when Newcastle have had they've had their water found out, yeah, and got their water broken. Suddenly, my brother Strasbourg Steve, has been, hiding and docking me. Of course, he will tell me whether he has been docking me anyway. But see here, guys, welcome to the show. My big friend, yeah, American, of course. But see here, guys, yeah, it's not just your average Yankee, yeah. This guy understands football. This guy understands what he's talking about. European football, yeah. It's all up in his head, yeah. See, welcome to the show. No other person than my brother, my friend, Strasbourg. Steve, how you
Yo,
doing, my brother? He gets a po. How you doing, Strasbourg, Steve, my brother? Talk to these people. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, bro. Just doing my thing, really. Nothing too crazy.
Mm,
But yeah, I'm doing good, bro. Thank you for having me on. As always, always good to
mm.
chop it up with you on the show, of course. So
Yeah,
yeah.
thanks, man. See ya, guys. Yeah, it's season two. Mind you, me and Steve have already a season one already. Go check out those local listings.
Mm,
We have gotten up to season five. Of course, he runs his own channel too. So, and of course,
uh,
he has other things in his life right now that's really going on. So he has to do them. So he doesn't really have that much time to do lots of shows externally. The little time he has to organize and develop his own channel too. But Steve, anytime we do have you here, we're always glad that you're always here. But
yeah.
with that comes big responsibility. See ya, Strasbourg, Steve. The Asian Cup is going on now. The African Nations Cup is going on now. Of course, I do know that you do like all these competitions, mostly the mostly the bizarre ones. That's the one you're even more interested in. Um, who in this competitions, yeah, in the Asian Cup, in the African Nations Cup has caught your eye, and who do you think Newcastle should be saying, hey man, let's get someone in. Even if FFP rules is biting down our asses right now, we
Mm.
could be able to sell some players, but we're targeting one or two or three or this ones. Is there anyone, and which player have you been looking at in this
Well,
competition?
yeah, so for AFCON, I mean, Jesus, what a tournament it's been. Like upsets
Mm,
galore. I've never seen anything like it in my life, bro. Genuinely, I've
yeah.
never seen anything like it in my life. You have like
Mm,
five of the bigger, more well-known African nations just completely crashing out in spectacular style of
mm,
failure, bro. It's wild. Like Tunisia and Ghana and all these
yeah.
guys. Ivory Coast just scraped one of those spots. I mean, Senegal are gonna take them to town, you would think. Even though Ivory Coast is the home side, you'd fancy Senegal every day in that tie based off of what we've seen so far from both teams. Um, So, but yeah, Senegal obviously the standouts. Burkina Faso, again, man, huge underdogs. Like a dark horse
Yeah.
kind of candidate. They've been outstanding.
Mhm.
Just been an awesome tournament. Like genuinely, bro. Like you have Namibia getting wins for the first ever time. Same thing with
Yeah.
Mauritania, who find themselves now in the round of 16. Like,
Yeah.
just been an awesome tournament. In terms of players that I've liked from the tournament, Kudus had a good tournament. Lamine
Yeah.
Camara at Nets of Senegal. Lamine Camara. I liked what I've seen so far from Camara before the tournament at FC Metz. He had a good game
Yeah.
against PSG, and he's had a few other good performances, but like he's stepped up. He's stepped up to the plate big time for Senegal this tournament. I mean, what a good player. Covers so much ground. Scored a beautiful goal on the opening, their opening match. A beautiful
Mm.
goal. The assist from Ilman Ndiaye was wicked. It was a spin. Excellent goal. I mean, Unai, he's been good for Morocco again. So that's
Yeah.
another. He's
Again.
not a one tournament wonder, and he's still playing good for Marseille when he's healthy. I really do like that Equatorial Guinea goalkeeper Jesus Uwono.
Oh, Wano looks. Oh my God! Not just
Yeah,
flashes of brilliance. Yeah, his ball distribution top notch. Is really
mhm,
that good. His reflexes are top notch. See,
yeah,
see, our football clubs should be looking at these guys, man.
yeah.
They really should be looking at these people. But again, your goalkeeper Pope, of course, is looking good.
Injured,
But
yeah.
again, I don't know about his injury. When he does come back from that injury, I don't know if he's gonna be, himself. That same
Yeah,
Pope.
that's a question for sure. And
Mm,
Owono, the crazy part about Owono is he's actually Deportiva Alaves. He's their backup goalkeeper, actually. So it's
wow.
crazy. So he definitely,
Mm,
and I've seen him a few times in the cup for Alaves, and he looked good. But again, he's taken
yeah,
he's taken full advantage of the spotlight that AFCON has. So he's probably going to get some offers. Omar Marmouche as well for Egypt, scoring clutch goals. He was my player to look out
yeah,
for on Egypt before the tournament started. Because let's be real, Salah is at times very underwhelming for Egypt in these crunch moments. He is. Let's just be
yeah.
real. Very
Mm.
good player, obviously. Nobody's disputing that. But
But
in
he's
terms,
injured. He's injured, right?
and he's
And
injured as
we will be
well.
talking
Yeah,
about Liverpool later on, yeah, because
yeah.
that's a big topic. Shout out to Oregon Gunner. He's an American. He's my brother, yeah. This guy, great guy. Big ups to you, man. And we love you down here. He says, po. See, we also have Anthony Herbert, someone who is also very, very, very instrumental to this channel too, because when there was no one here, this guy was always riding it out for me.
Mm,
Anthony Herbert, never forget him, man. And he says,
pick
big
up
up,
in.
lads. Calvin Phillips to West Ham is done. Why couldn't Arsenal have got him? See, yeah, these are
You
questions we
want
need to,
him?
tackle. Even your own football club,
Yeah, we were linked with
it
him.
would have been good for you to look at, Calvin Phillips. But see, yeah, all these players you've just mentioned, Steve, yeah, it was for a reason I asked you about this. How about Newcastle do some good business? Go into the transfer window, get in some people, and get some of the, I wouldn't say dead words because you still have good players, but again, still get some of those players out, clear the clog a little bit, and get the players that you could be able to get in to balance the books. How far is that from happening?
Look, we've had like what 4 players linked with departures. Jamal Assal's, there's a rumor about him going to Besiktas in Turkey. They need all the help they can get. They're very poor side at the moment, so that might be on. The other one, Callum Wilson, has been linked with Chelsea. I think today or
He's
yesterday.
been linked with Arsenal.
Uh,
We'll talk about that later on.
yeah,
That's the
so
next one.
he's being linked with the move. What else? We obviously got Trippier. There's
Kieran
some very,
Trippier to
very,
Bayern
very
Munich.
extensive rumors. Yeah, but that's not gonna happen.
Mm,
Um, what else we got really? Oh, and obviously Miguel Almiron as well, linked with Al
Miguel
Shabab.
Almiron, but these
Saudi
names,
Arabia.
Steve, these names, we'll have to talk about it, yeah, because
Mm.
now is the half for Newcastle. We'll get into Arsenal half later on. See ya, guys. Mama Flossie, yeah, my only moderator. Yeah, big ups to you. She's a
Big up
true
Mama
Geordie, yeah. You know we love you, Mama Flossie. Big ups to you. We're talking about your football club, Mama Flossie. Please just feel free to just chime into the narrative down here and try and see what I'm trying to exploit with Steve Mahala. See, Steve, yeah. Callum Wilson
Yeah.
linked to that Arsenal transfer today by almost all big papers in the UK today,
Mm.
yeah. Everywhere, Callum Wilson. And you know what, yeah? They're saying that this 31-year-old
Mm.
England international is available for just 18 million pounds. See, do you think it's in the best interest of Newcastle Football Club to get rid of Callum Wilson? Is it like is it the right thing to do right now? At least judging from your position right now in the league, we have to be squeaky clean with this. You are 10th in the league with just
Yeah.
29 points. It's not looking good. Top four is not looking good. You
No, that's
merely
over. That's
about
over.
11 points away from top
That's
four
over.
this season.
No chance we
It's
get
not
top.
looking good, Steve. Is this the time for you to be selling strikers that should be getting goals for you, or that should be coming in the second half and giving Isaac and every other attacker that big push to at least to get you towards the top four positions, or at least towards that Europa Conference League position? Like, what is this? Talk to us.
I mean,
Callum Wilson
the
for
problem with
Arsenal.
Callum Wilson is not the player himself, because he scores goals. He's a clever finisher. He's strong. He's not as quick as his Bournemouth days, but that comes with age. And the big problem is the injuries.
Hmm.
Earlier in the year, we were coping pretty well with Europe through the first 2-3 match days of the champs with the Premier League, because we could have
Yeah.
Isak come in for whichever game, and then the next game midweek you could throw in Wilson. And then same thing, and then you could go with Wilson, you sub him off at the 70th minute, bring on Isak if you have to, and vice versa, right? So
Hmm.
the problem is he's injury prone, man. He's injury prone, so we can't ever have that luxury. Because he scored last year, Callum Wilson,
How many
60.
goals has he scored this season anyway? How many
He
goals has he
scored,
scored this
he
season?
scored actually a decent amount. I think 9, I want to say.
9? Nah. If he scores 9, why would you want to sell him?
Because the injuries, bro. This guy ain't fit. Yeah, he's got 7 in the
What?
Prem. 7. Isak has 10 and Gordon has 7.
Wait. How many goals does he have this season in the league?
7.
Wait.
7.
Why do you want to sell this guy?
Because he's, bro,
Arsenal have
injury.
Gabriel Jesus, who haven't
He's
even
not
scored up
available.
to 4 goals
Bro, his
for
injury,
Arsenal in the
bro.
league this season.
His
Why
injury.
do you want to sell this guy?
Because it's
Like,
probably
he's a
time to
good player
cash
to
in,
bring
bro.
from the bench.
He is a good player, but the injuries are a big problem, bro. It's a big problem, and it has been for many a year. Keep in mind, we bought him
But
in
again, does it matter if he
2018.
has injuries?
Yes, it does.
Seven,
It does.
7 is a good tally to get from the bench.
Of course. But the problem
It-
is that he's not
right
available
now,
enough consistently. He hasn't played since December 26th, bro. It's coming up to February.
man. No,
And
I'm
also,
just
and
looking at
also,
it.
and also,
No,
and
I'm looking
also,
at it from this
and
picture. Yeah,
also,
yeah.
there was a falling out between Wilson and Eddie Howe, so I think he's gonna get sold anyways. So
Oh, okay. No, that
that's what I've
explains
heard.
it because, of course, that explains it because, see, Steve, yeah,
Yeah.
we both know that the striker market right now. Of course, I do know you do know of this, all this all these leagues, yeah, that where strikers exist, even the unknowns. But you know what? Yeah, the striker market right now, Steve. Yeah, that market isn't that big, isn't that expansive right now. You could go in and look for midfielders. You can go in and look for defenders. You will see them.
Fullbacks.
They're all there. But to get quality strikers who will come into this league and even give you 10 goals in a season, it's hard. It's literally hard to find those kind of strikers. And
That's
then you
why you
have
say,
Callum Wilson,
yeah.
who can come in from your bench and get you goals from your bench, and you want him to leave. That guy has 18 months still in his contract.
Well,
About
that's the
18
other
more
thing
months
too. His value
contract.
is only
Yeah.
going to go down. You said 18 months. Same thing with Trippier as well. So the value is only going to go down, especially on a 30-plus-year-old. They're both good players, and Trippier, it's not an injury thing. It's a cashing in on a 33-year-old
Was it
thing.
passionate on? Yeah,
Yeah, because you
exactly.
don't really get that opportunity much, right? The older he gets,
Mm.
the value is only going to what's it called, to diminish. So, and same thing with
Mm.
Wilson. Same thing with Wilson, man. So look, it is sure.
Yeah,
It's
even Mama Flossie says here, she says Callum Wilson is injury prone. If he goes, no big deal. Like,
yeah,
no big
it's
deal?
true.
Steve, is that what it's come to? No
It's
big deal?
true. It's
Like our
yeah,
friend Mama
because
Flossie
he's
said?
never fit and available on a consistent basis. When he does play, he
Okay, then,
usually
then
scores.
who are
I'll
you
give
going to
him that.
bring? Steve, who are you going to bring to your football club now? You have FFP rules biting you. See, yeah, Steve, yeah, you have to be very careful what you wish for. Mama Flossie, be careful what you wish for. See, yeah, if you do sell Callum Wilson, let's just assume you get the 31-year-old English international out of your football club. There's rumors out there that Miguel Almiron is also you guys are looking on cashing in on Miguel Almiron. Throw that
Yeah, I
away. He's
would
an
too.
attacker
I
for your
would.
football club. Good, just throw that away. Joe Linton, his contract situation. I know
Yeah.
we'll talk about Joe Linton's contract situation, but I heard that guy is not signing unless you guys stump up the cash. So see it, Steve Mahala. If you're losing Joe Linton in a transfer window, if you're going to lose Miguel Almiron in a transfer window, and you're going to be losing Callum Wilson in a transfer window, what is left is bare bones, both in the
Yeah.
bench and both up front, because Miggy won't be there, Joe Linton won't be there, neither will Callum Wilson, who every Newcastle fan out there wants out right now. So that's nearly up to more than half of your attacking wealth off the
Yeah.
transfer window. So who will do the attacking for you guys? Is it Gordon? What happens when Isaac gets injured? You know he has a checkered
He
injury
does.
record,
He
not just
does. He does a
Newcastle,
little
to be
bit,
very fair.
for sure.
Yeah, of course. His injury record right from Real Sociedad has always been questionable. So now, if all these guys go away, there's an injury to Isaac. What happens? Take us through it.
Bro, well, we have Harvey Barnes coming back sometime soon, probably in the next month. I would say he'll come back, so he can go on the right wing or the left. Still have Anthony Gordon. Keep in mind, we aren't in any competition besides FA Cup. Premier League, it's a complete write-off. Like I just like I'll watch the games and I hope we win, but it's yeah, we ain't doing nothing good in the Premier League. It is what it is. So the FA
Yeah,
Cup is my main concern anyways. Yeah, it would suck. Obviously, we wouldn't have the depth, but with Almiron, we got to sell and he's just not good enough. So you may as well get some money now and and
no,
um and that and like you said, we have the FFP thing. We've got to find solutions to that problem. And because I want to bring in quality players for that.
quality
And
players. Yeah,
oh look,
exactly.
it is what it is, man. Yeah, it's just you got to make these tough decisions, bro. This isn't pee wee
Yeah,
football.
yeah. At the
This isn't
point,
little kids.
no,
This isn't
seriously,
minor
at the
league.
point,
This isn't nothing. This is
at the
this
point, you have
is
to
you
make
gotta you
these
gotta
tough
be
decisions.
ruthless. You gotta be ruthless. You gotta be cutthroat. You gotta make hard decisions if you want to
Mm,
really be serious about winning and competing and stuff like that. So yeah, Callum Wilson, I would expect he will leave. And what's it called? Almiron, I would definitely sell there, but I don't know if he would accept Almiron if he
But
wants to leave.
again, Almiron, what happened to Almiron?
What do
He
you mean
had
what
such a
happened?
good
What do you mean? What do
season
you mean?
last
Wait,
season.
what do you
He
mean what
scored nearly
happened?
10, 11 goals at the start of last season. And then
Yeah,
towards
it
the
was a
end
good
of the
it was
season,
a good run. It was a good run. That's all it
it
was,
was a good
Tony.
run. I couldn't believe
That's
it.
it.
Even
That's
Arsenal
it.
was, was saying that won him at Arsenal. And suddenly the goals just dried up. And suddenly
Yes,
this season,
that was
I
always
don't
gonna
even know if
happen.
it's got up to 5 this season. It's shocking, man.
It's
Like,
not
what
really
happened
that
to Ben?
shocking, Tony. It's really not that shocking. He had a good
Why?
he had a
Why?
good
Why
yeah,
is it
because he's
shocking?
not that good, bro. He doesn't use his right foot. He only uses his left, bro. He is allergic to using his right. He doesn't have intelligence in the final third to make the right decision. Sometimes he takes too long. Sometimes the passes aren't great. Like he runs, Miggy runs a lot. That's about it, bro. And sometimes he'll go on a purple patch and score some goals. Fair play. When he does it, awesome. I just you know what I'm saying? Not against it,
Yeah.
but not that good of a player, bro. He's a very limited skill set kind of player. And if we could cash in for what we roughly bought him for, then yeah, we have to, man. Have to. Because
Yeah.
Harvey Barnes is a
See,
better footballer. Harvey Barnes is a better footballer than Miggy Almiron.
oh my God. Last season you're all squeaky about him. You were like, oh, Miguel Almiron, he's
No,
one
I
of the
said he was
best in the
playing
league.
good. I said he
He's
was
better than
playing good.
Bukayo Saka. And
No, I
suddenly,
was not.
so,
No, I did not. No, 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 no,
suddenly,
no, 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 no.
no,
Stop
no,
it.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you.
Oh,
No, I'm
okay. All
not
right.
saying you. I'm saying other
People
characters.
got
Yeah,
gas.
other characters. Yeah.
Yeah, people
See,
got gas.
Steve, your team is so bad. Yeah, your team is
Really?
so bad that Zuberi, yeah, Zuberi Mafabi had to find his way out. Yeah,
Yep.
Zuberi had to find his way out to diss you, bro. This guy doesn't just pop into shows, yeah. He just popped off in this one, and he said, "Flew Castle and end the season. Arsenal can't work at the top anymore." See, yeah, man. Steve Mahala. See, I know that was a laughable statement from Zuberi Mafabi. Yeah, shout out to Zuberi. Yeah, Liverpool fan, big guy. Great guy. He knows his football. It's good. It's good and okay if he disses anyone. Right now, dissing Arsenal, dissing Newcastle, of course. Liverpool are the top right now. They're the top dogs to beat right now. I have them. I think after the probably maybe after the Nottingham Forest matchup. We'll see about that, Zuberi. We'll talk about Liverpool later on. But see, yeah, even with what he said down there, you have to say it's true, man. You have to say it's true. In 10 games, Newcastle have lost 8. Let that sink in. Guys, let that sink in.
We're not good, bro.
In about 10 games. I'm serious. You've won only 2 in 10 games. Yeah. In 10
Yeah, we
games,
ain't
you've won
good,
only.
bro. We ain't good. We
It's
our away record is atrocious.
horrible form. You
It's
have to
atrocious.
agree that's horrible form. Your home form is even your away form is even a disaster. I don't think
It's
you've won in like
dreadful, bro.
15, 16 games. See, Luton beat
Yeah,
you. Yeah. Nottingham Forest beat you.
yeah.
Liverpool beat you. You lost against Man City. You lost against
Right,
Chelsea in the EFL
Brighton.
Cup. AC Milan beat you up in the Champions League, and you had a disgraceful ouster from that competition. Tottenham Hotspurs put you on a leash. Everton Football Club disgraced you. See, yeah, is it time to go? Shout out to Thomas Sabia, our big friend in the charts. Anthony Herbert is still down here. Other characters are still down here with us. Mama Flossie is still down here. Big ups to these people, yeah. Big love. See, Steve Mahala, with all these credentials I've given to you, yeah. Is it time for Eddie Howe to do the honorable thing? Like, see, there comes a time, even the stubborn Mikel Arteta, yeah, last season, after he didn't rake in the trophy for us. Do you know what he said? He said, I actually contemplated my job. See, Steve Mahala, with this disgraceful run of games, yeah,
Mm.
don't you think, Eddie Howe, it's time to go do the honorable thing rather than allow them disgrace you by sacking you as a manager? Isn't it okay if he does the right thing and tenders that resignation? Steve Mahala, you have to admit it. This is horrible form. Th- This is
Mm.
relegation football.
Yeah, bro. Bro. If he gets sacked, that's what I'll say. If he gets the sack, it's not
Mm,
undeserved. It's not for no reason. It's not like I get it. The injuries have an effect, great, but I've still seen teams with injuries still
mm.
produce some results, right? So there's no real excuses, bro. The in-game management, street smarts, that kind of stuff. It's just it sucks, bro. But yeah, he might not be the guy, but if we keep him, I can understand it. I can understand it
Mm.
if we keep him. What I would do is I would bring in Mourinho. That's just me though. Do I think that
Yeah,
happens?
Mourinho
Maybe.
was sacked. Mourinho is a
Yeah.
big shout, man. But again, does it fit in? Does it fit into that Newcastle team? And again, you know Mourinho. He's not that kind of manager that would want to kind of use what he has down there. He would want to go get his soldiers.
Yeah, but at the same time, we have players that Mourinho would like. He would like a Sven Botman. He would like a Fabian
Okay,
Schär. He would like a Kieran
fair shout.
Trippier. Bruno G, Joe Ellington. Those guys are hard,
Mm,
hard dudes. Those are warriors. Those are guys that Mourinho would love, right?
yeah,
Isak. Mourinho has made strikers over the years even better, even if they were already good strikers. He's upgraded them to a level. So Mourinho is
mm,
very good at getting the most out of strikers, and if you can get more out of Isak, wow,
yeah,
that's nothing but a plus. Um,
yeah, man.
but yeah,
Mm.
so and then same thing with Gordon. Mourinho would love it, an Anthony Gordon because that guy runs, that guy scores goals, that guy
He runs. He was a
he
channel.
runs and he
I like
works like an animal and he produces. He produces and he's a good player.
Yeah,
So,
he's got a couple
so
of goals
Mourinho
this season.
Mourinho also would provide proper in-game management. That certain results this season for us, it might have been a different story if Mourinho was in the dugout. You know, it might have been a different story.
Yeah, mm,
If you say, if you give Jose Mourinho, let's go to
yeah,
Milan. Let's go to match day 6 of the Champions League. We're leading Milan 1-0. We are the far better side. They looked on the ropes for the majority of that half. Um, should have probably scored another goal or two, but it was a very good half. We led 1-0. If Mourinho's in that dugout, do you think we lose 2-1
nah,
in the second
nah,
half? It's less
nah.
likely.
It's less
Exactly.
likely. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. Top
you
manager.
know what I'm saying? And then against
Mm,
Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, we're leading 1-0 the entire game. We're playing defensively pretty good. If that's a Mourinho, we might get the result out of that game. We might get the 1-0 win and advance to the
yeah,
semifinal. We might. I think we have a better chance.
mm,
So, just stuff like
mm,
that. Just stuff like that. So that's what I would do. And people will say, "Oh, Mourinho's done at the top level." I'm not asking the guy to win a Champions League or Premier League with Newcastle. Just give me an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup or a Europa League or a Conference League. Do you think Mourinho's capable of that? I think so.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah,
I think
that's
so,
all I'm
man.
asking for.
I
Because
think so.
Newcastle, we
And
haven't won
again,
a
you
trophy.
guys get see the truth there is that you guys get to a point, yeah, in a position in the game, yeah, that sometimes you 2-0 up, you 1-0 up. And for some reason, like you guys just throw it all away. Like that game against Man City. Yeah, uh, I think you were 2-1 up. Just maintain defensive discipline. You know, keep it tight at the back. But Eddie Howe, I don't know. He doesn't just understand how to really set that team up to actually excel, man. I don't know. I don't want to say he's not a good
Like
manager because I know he's
yeah,
a
yeah,
good
yeah,
manager, but
yeah.
there's just something about him that's not just totally.
I mean, the injuries. Let's be honest too. The injuries haven't helped, right? Because that does play a part. But some people
Mm,
say that's the sole reason. I disagree with that because that's looking at it
mm,
just in a black and white kind of sense. It's too simplistic.
yeah.
It's like, no, that's not the only reason why. It's not
Mm,
the only reason why, because Brighton destroyed us in the third game of the season 3-1. We had a fit squad. We had a fit
yeah,
squad.
exactly.
We lost to
Yeah.
Liverpool. We had a fit squad. Lost to
Mm,
Liverpool in the when Nunez got the brace. We had a full squad then. The injuries wasn't the
mm,
problem there. And it was the same story as the Milan game as well. We were battering Liverpool.
yeah.
Battering them
Yeah.
that first half. Gordon was absolutely just tearing Trent
It
Alexander
was actually
apart, bro.
tearing Liverpool
That was
apart,
good
man. But
coaching. That was good coaching because he kept feeding the guy who was playing well. That's what you want to do. When a player's playing well
mm,
in a game, give him the ball. Keep giving him the ball. Keep giving him the ball.
yeah.
If he's playing well, give him the ball because he'll
Mm,
probably produce something. And Gordon did score. So, and that's the thing. The Tonali sub in the 65th minute of that game, around there for Longstaff, Klopp made the sub of Nunez. I think it might have been Gakpo or Elliott. That changed the game because
yeah.
then Nunez got a brace
That
in
changed
him.
the game completely.
Oh,
Yeah.
that we had
Yeah.
a full squad then. So there's 3 games right there where we had a full squad and we lost games that could have been. And the Man City 1-0 loss. We just didn't show up to attack.
Yeah.
We played a bit too timid,
Okay.
too
Okay.
within
So
ourselves.
your final.
So,
Okay. Your final note now. Uh,
yeah.
Eddie out.
No, not
No.
necessarily. It would just be it's a opportunistic idea that I
No, I'm
have that
not
I
looking
bring
at
in
you
regularly.
generally. I'm looking at you as a fan, as a Newcastle fan.
Yeah,
Eddie out, Eddie out in. Which one? As a fan.
indifferent.
And
Yeah, like I
ladies
understand
and
both sides
gentlemen,
of it.
it pleads
If
the
I
fifth.
had
It
okay, so
pleads the
yes,
fifth. It
I would
pleads the
be
fifth,
Eddie.
guys.
I would be Eddie Howe out to bring in Mourinho because there's a better
Okay.
guy available on the market, in my opinion. If I want, bro, I want to win a trophy. We haven't won
I
anything
want
since
no. Oh,
1955. We
I
haven't
only
won
thought it was
anything since
only.
that. Bro,
I
we
thought it
haven't
was
won
only
anything
Arsenal
since
fans that wanted
1955.
trophies.
We haven't won anything
Okay.
since 1955. We got Fulham on Saturday in the FA Cup. If we lose that game, I'm gonna be my head loss, full head loss, full chicken head
Mm,
loss, bro. I'm gonna be
see,
furious.
just before we move away from Newcastle to
Yeah.
Arsenal, see, Steve Mahala, it's not really looking good for you guys. Yeah, on the 30th next week, you guys will be facing Aston Villa.
Yeah, we're gonna
see,
get bulldozed.
guys, let this sink in.
We're gonna get
Let this sink
bulldozed.
in. In no other place than at Villa Park.
Yeah, we're gonna get
Guys, see,
smoked.
this might be a grilling in the park.
Yeah, it
See,
will.
see, see, it goes from bad to worse, with Newcastle. Do you think that Aston Villa will up the ante, pile up the pressure on Eddie Howe and the boys, and just totally put Newcastle on red alert and just destroy the football club from inside out, in terms of any chances to get towards that top 4, top 5, top 6? uh, do you think it will be a grilling in the park
Bro, we haven't won at Aston
next
Villa
week?
since 2013. So yeah, we got destroyed. Remember that game last year? We played them on a 12:30 it was a 12:30 game on a Saturday. It was Villa and Newcastle. Both teams were doing
Yeah.
very well at the time. They destroyed us 3-0. That was the worst performance I've seen in a long time from
Mm.
Newcastle under Eddie Howe. That was probably the worst. We got emphatically destroyed. I remember Watkins hitting the post in the first minute of the game, and I was like, this
Mm.
is over, bro. And they grilled us from minute 1 to 90. Like, we didn't lay a glove on them. But the thing is, that's been the fixture lately between Villa and Newcastle. The home team win, usually in dominant fashion. Remember the first game of the year, we destroyed them 5-1. That's when Barnes scored. That's when Isak scored a brace. Gordon scored. So look, it's gonna be very ugly, I think, when we play Villa.
It's gonna be.
If we got a point. We got a point. Sign me up. Sign me up right now for a point. I'll take it, bro.
Bro, please, you better don't do any watch along.
No, I will be. I will.
Don't do any watch alongs that day. Do the honorable thing. Just
let me do the honorable thing.
Do the honorable thing. Just
you don't want to see me. You don't want to see me
walk along. You
don't want to see. You don't want to see. You don't want to see Steve Mahala full head loss. You don't want to see Steve Mahala full head loss. What do you mean? Won't disgrace?
Steve, we will understand. We will understand. Just let it go. Let it go on that day. Let it go. Because man, I don't see any way you're coming out with a win.
We're gonna get wrecked. We're gonna get bulldozed by them. So
it's bro. Bro. All right, man. Enough of Newcastle. Let's get into the Arsenal grilling, yeah. Of course, we have you to grill Arsenal. See, Arsenal third joint in point right now with City. Of course, City haven't played one game less than Arsenal, but we're both in for 3 points right now. City have a game against Tottenham Hotspur coming up in the league, but that's a separate one altogether. But see, Arsenal came back, from 7 games, they've only won 1. It was a very important match in that Crystal Palace match. After coming back from Dubai from a holiday, they came back, and Arsenal blitzing Crystal Palace, who's 15th in the league, blitzed them by 5-0. Is this an overinflation of what Arsenal can do, or do you think Arsenal is back?
Yeah, you guys. Well, first off, excellent result, right? You would sign up for a 5-0 win if I told you that before kickoff. So and anyone would. If 5-0 wins, and the crazy thing was what the performance wasn't even exceptional, right? It was an okay performance, like a 6 out of 10. Nothing crazy, nothing really that great, but you still score 5 goals. That's pretty good, right? That's decent, right? I don't think you guys are back. I just think you're doing what you've been doing the whole season. You're getting wins despite average to poor performances, and on the odd occasion, you play very well. So yeah, it was just it was one of those where it's it's still things to work on, but there were some little things that that looked a bit different. Ben White was overlapping a bit on the right for the first half, really kind of slowed down there in the second, but that was something.
Although Ben White has looked poor this season, man. He's looked poor.
He has. Yeah.
Not like last season where it was overlapping. The season is
Zinchenko was okay. Zinchenko was okay. Gabriel was obviously man of the match. He was excellent. He was excellent. Saliba, standard, good performance. Odegaard, okay. Havertz, okay at best.
Odegaard, just see again, you can see, just like you said, there was nothing special about it.
But you got 5 goals, so fair play. Exactly.
Yeah, but again, you could see with the way they were playing, they were not moving the ball faster. There was still this sideways passing that's slow. That's not a hallmark of Arsenal gameplay. And Declan Rice isn't dominating the middle of the park.
Yeah, he was all right too. He was all right. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's just okay.
Yeah,
but what Arsenal Football Club? I don't just want okay.
I
want convincing. I want Arsenal to play convincing football. Show me in particular that you can go all the way and win the trophy. Because
Yeah.
I want the big trophies.
Mhm.
I want I want the Champions League.
Yeah.
I want the league. But playing like that, yeah, not moving the ball faster.
Mhm.
Some certain mistakes right there, sideways passing here and there. Odegaard trying to dress the ball nearly up to 10 times before he could actually shoot. You know, it doesn't
Yeah.
go down well with me, man. And again,
Yeah.
clearly,
And
Arsenal still doesn't have a striker.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah,
You know,
bro. Y- you won that game 5-0 because you were clinical and Crystal Palace were extremely poor. Extremely poor.
Mm.
And you could do that against the poor teams. You could play poor, but still just take your chances and just do reasonably well
Shout out
defensively.
keeping it real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big up keeping it real, Chelsea. No, but
And Taib, big up Taib too. Yeah.
no, it was just one of those where it's like, yeah, you got a big win on the scoreboard, but like, yeah, if you play like that versus Man City, you aren't winning 5-0. Not
Yeah,
happening.
yeah,
You
definitely.
play it
Definitely.
even against Porto, you ain't gonna be winning that game. So yeah, you got away with it versus Palace, and you take it every time. Like I said, you play not so great, but get an excellent result, a 5-0 win.
Mm,
It'll help the goal difference and
mm,
all that. So that's good. But
mm.
yeah, it's I don't see you guys in regards to Arsenal being back. Being back for what? Like for title challengers? I don't think you guys are on Liverpool and Man City's level. Respectfully.
But see, I know we're not in that shout yet, but come on, man. If City was in 43 points and played 21 games, I've scored 42 and just considered 20 goals this season, you would say that City is gonna win the league. You will
Yeah,
say
I
it.
still think I still think City are gonna
If
win the
City
league. Yeah.
was in this position, if Liverpool was in this position, you guys will say that that they're in the shout to win the trophy. Like, why is
Yeah.
it different for us? I know we're not gonna win. I know we're not in the shout, but come on, man. There's still a chance mathematically for Arsenal to
Of
to to
course.
go and do something. And mind you, Steve Mahala, if Arsenal comes in with a win against Nottingham Forest and manages to blitz Liverpool, at least just get one over Liverpool, yeah. That with that bad blood, just get one out of them at home. The whole scenery changes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Liverpool would just be
Yeah.
leading Arsenal with just 3 points, and it's now give or take. If they play against City and draw against City, and Arsenal get 3 more points from somewhere else, uh, that's Arsenal at the top.
Mm. Yeah, but the problem is the reason why I look at you and Man City differently is look at what Man City have done and look what you have done.
Mm, What's
They
that would be the
the
story,
hardest
right?
thing, Tony, the hardest thing to do in professional sports is getting over the line, raising that
Mm,
trophy, getting
mm,
writing your name down in the history book as first place, winners, champions.
yeah.
It's the hardest thing to do. It's the
Mm,
hardest thing to do. You guys have
yeah.
done it once with the FA Cup and nothing since. You've challenged, you've in
Sure.
some instances, cool, but that challenging and winning it are two different things. Two different
Mm.
things. Because one of them you get to say,
But
here's something
you have to
concrete.
challenge to win. You have to challenge to
Of
win.
course,
If
yeah,
you don't
yeah, yeah.
challenge,
I'm
you
not I'm
can't
not
win.
saying don't
So,
challenge. I'm not saying don't challenge. What I'm saying is that's why I view you guys differently. I also view you guys differently because I just don't think you're as good a team
mm,
as Man City are.
mm.
I really don't. Same with Liverpool. I still think there's a gap, and there's many
Yeah,
reasons
there's
for that.
levels. There's levels.
There is.
Mostly with our transfer window. See, Steve Mahala,
Yeah,
yeah. See, we still have Cedric the Entertainer still in this football club. He's
exactly,
still here.
bro.
He hasn't gone.
Cedric
He's still
Cedric
here.
doesn't make Liverpool
And then
B
he's still
team.
here. All these
Cedric
dead
doesn't
players.
make Man
Yeah,
City
he's
C
still here.
team.
Exactly. All these dead players are still here. So, I can't really say at this point, yeah, that that we're going to challenge because the same Deadwood is still here. We're
Mhm.
not bringing in any new character to kind of like help us in the transfer
Yeah,
window. Everything is looking dead. And
yeah,
again, man, if we
exactly.
don't have a striker by the end of this transfer window, just kiss any kind of competition, any win goodbye. We can't win the Champions League. We can't even, bro. We see. Steve, what do you think about Gabriel Martinelli? Gabriel Martinelli was struggling for form. You know,
Had a good cameo off the bench.
almost throughout the season, he has been struggling for
Very
form.
good cameo off
He
the
scored
bench.
only 2 goals in the league this season. Not inspiring, not looking good. Of course, he's had flashes, flashes here and there, making good runs, but his end product has really been
Or
disgraceful,
yeah.
over time. But it
Yeah.
came against Crystal Palace of all teams, yeah,
Yeah.
and scored 2 goals scored 2 goals within 1 minute, bruv,
Hmm.
and just moved his tally down to 4 quickly. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh, do you think Martinelli will come back? Do you think is gonna get back? Do you think this Dubai holiday it's kind of like refreshed him? Do you think he's gonna be looking good? Do you think he's scoring right now and at a good time? Do you think
Yeah.
it's benching? Because we had to bench him. We had to bring in Trossard, to play before he
Yeah.
came in. So, do you think that benching this player is something good to kind of like keep him, keep him, you know, on his, keep him tight and keep him on that edge, so that he could be able to perform when he's being called upon. What do you think about Martinelli, man? Scoring 2 goals against Crystal Palace, is he looking good?
Yeah, man. I mean, it was a correct decision to bench him just based off of merit. I'm a meritocracy based guy. Like if you are better, if you're in good form over the guy that's in your position that you're competing with, you should be playing instead of the guy that's not in form, and vice versa. If the main player is out of form and the bench player is performing, that guy deserves to start until further notice. So
Yeah,
yeah, it was the correct decision from Arteta to bench Martinelli. Even though he's a very talented player, but yeah, I think Trossard, he had to be given an opportunity because Martinelli's just not performing the standard that I hold him in regard with. I really rate
in
Martinelli.
regards,
He's a really good player. He's a really good player. But when you
yeah,
don't live up to that, you gotta face
yeah,
you
you got to
gotta hold
face the
back.
criticism. Yeah,
So so
definitely,
so he
definitely.
did good. He did good in coming on for Trossard and scoring 2 goals. Like both goals are very identical, honestly. Very
Very,
similar. They're
very.
very
That
good
top
goals in the
corner,
counter.
Thierry Henry, like
Yeah, excellent goals. Yeah, yeah.
that corner. Just look for that corner and just put the keeper
Who do you
through
think
misery.
deserves
Yeah,
to start
that's
versus
why I used to
Forest?
like
Who do
deadly
you think
strikers,
deserves
and he
who,
did it.
who do you think deserves to start versus
Oh,
Forest? Trossard or Martinelli? Who deserves to start? And who do you think Arteta will start?
uh, personally, I still do think that Mikel Arteta doesn't like Trossard's gut. Yeah, I,
Hmm.
I think he'll go with Martinelli, but but again,
Is
but
that the
again,
right choice in your opinion?
no. I still want Gabriel
Trossard to
Martinelli
start.
to be on the bench, just to put him on the
Okay.
edge a little bit. Yeah, yeah, he scored 2 goals, but I still
Yeah.
want him to feel that hunger. Like I want that hunger, that that fight. I want to see that
Because
competitive
Trossard played
nature.
a good game too. That's the other thing. He played a good
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
He's
Trust that
decent.
he
He's
scored a
decent.
goal. Come on, man, he scored a goal.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I liked his goal. His
Exactly.
goal was good too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jez is here. It says Tony
DJ
Steve.
created
Yeah,
Jazz. What's up?
Jez is in the house. That's
What's up,
our
Jazz?
big brother Jezzy. Yeah, see ya guys. Jezzy is killing it.
Big up,
Yeah,
Jazz.
Jezzy has been on tour for some days now. Jezzy has been on tour. He's been to Anfield Rod and Nick channel. He's been to Dan Port's channel. He's been to lots of places. He's been to my channel. Jess has been on a roll, and also in his own
Yeah.
channel is doing quite good. So, shout out to you, Jezza,
Big up,
man.
Jazz.
Keep
Every time.
leading, keep leading keep leading the pack like that, man. It's good to see you just be on a roll, go to other channels, help people out, not just helping people out, but going out there, spreading the gospel of Arsenal. It's a good thing to see the Arsenal history and more. DJ Crane is also in the house. DJ Crane is also down here. He says, "That's a tough stretch, Tony. Big up, Po, Steve, the Google of football." What's up, dude? Yeah, I had to go bring Steve, man. I had to go bring Steve. Tommy Siosabi says, "Tough more." I mean, yeah, that's Burnley. Mac Ren Sondermeyer, big ups to you. I think maybe you might be a friend to. Do you know Mac Rennie?
No, I've never seen him. But big up.
No, I don't know, but big ups to you, man. Thanks for coming, I guess. Steve, Bukayo Saka. Yeah. I have a problem with this kid. His
you have for a while this season. Yeah. This isn't the first time I've heard you say that.
His form is not looking good. It's not looking good.
Yeah.
See, man, because I've seen lots of people talk about this guy, yeah. Jesse said, "Hey, let's bench this guy," you know.
Yeah. Just like Martinelli. Just like Martinelli.
Yeah. Exactly. Let's put this guy on the bench. Do you think that's the best situation for Bukayo Saka, or should we just play him out of form and for him to get into form? No, what should we do with this guy? And the bigger problem, yeah, the bigger picture is that this guy has no replacement on the bench. Who are we gonna bring for this guy? I mean, Trossard is embroiled on the left with a big battle with Gabriel Martinelli. He might be winning that battle, who knows? But again, that's his battle with Gabriel Martinelli, who is a like-for-like player that plays on that right wing that's going to put some fire up Saka's ass. I don't see Nelson doing anything. No. Nelson is not a good player. He's not witty. He's not strong.
It's not even that he's not a good player. He would be a good player for a mid-table team. Not for
a mid-table team. Let's admit, he's useless. Yeah, he can't do anything. He can't score goals. He can't make runs. He can't get into position. He's too short. He can't do anything. Yeah, it's useless. So, we can't use it. So who do we use on that right-hand side to give this guy, let me go and say a breather, because he had a holiday, yeah, in Dubai. Yeah, he already has that breather. But again, with the last matchup, he didn't do anything. So who should we put in and tuck into that right-hand side for us to have a little bit of traction from that right-hand side? Because I believe we have some people that can still do magic down there, but this manager isn't giving them a fair shout.
Well, what needs to happen? What did we just talk about? We just talked about the other winger on the other side, Gabriel Martinelli, right? We just talked about him, and Arteta did the correct thing, right? What a good manager would do is, you aren't playing well, you need to see the bench. Let's give the second option a chance. The problem is, I think there's a second option, and I think you might agree with me on this, is Gabriel Jesus has played on the wing before in his career, right? At Palmeiras, he broke out as a left winger.
Yeah.
When he went to Man City,
he played. Actually, that was the height of his career.
He played, exactly. He played some, what's it called? Jesus played some games for Man City up top, some games on the left, some games on the right. He was a good squad player there. But I can't remember, and you would know better than me because you watch every Arsenal game. I watch most of them, but not all. Has Gabriel Jesus ever played on the wing, on the right?
Yeah, he has. Yeah, for Arsenal, he has actually.
Okay, so cool. So we know that Arteta
is cutting in from the right most of the time.
Right.
He's cutting from the right.
What I would do is,
although he can do it, but he hardly cuts in from the left. He mostly cuts in from the right most of the game he plays. Yeah. And naturally, even if personally, I don't look at him like a striker, but naturally, he just comes from that right-hand side. Naturally, instead of him being in and about the 18-yard box, he naturally, makes that turn and comes in from the right hand side. So, he can play that position.
Okay, so that's what I would do. What I would do is, first off, I would drop Havertz. I would play Emil Smith Rowe. I would do Trossard on the left, Martinelli, striker, and I'd go Gabriel Jesus on the right. That's what I would do, because it solves the whole problem of for the Forest game. It solves the whole problem of Trossard. Like I said, there's a debate you could have where who deserves to start on the left versus Forest. How about you play both of them because they both had good games? Saka didn't have a good game, so you drop him. Gabriel Jesus had a okay game, decent, maybe 6 out of 10, 6.5, whatever. So play him on the right. Saka's not in good form, and he deserves to be dropped.
But again, if we go play it, like if we play Jesus on that right hand side, would we be? Because I still suspect that this guy is playing with an injury.
Possibly.
This might be my own theory, but I still feel that guy is playing with an injury. We might go play him on that right hand side and aggravate that injury he's carrying. They've admitted that he has an injury. They've admitted that he's been going through lots of shots. That injuries of his. So if we go talking him that right hand side, keep him doing that kind of work, running all the time and trying to get the ball into the 18-yard box, we might risk losing this guy for good this season. His injury record this season has been checkered, man. Horrible, horrible record this season. He's gone nearly at least three times more than last season. So it's not really looking good, man. It's not really looking good. So I just really hope that we can be able to get a replacement, man, in this January transfer window. But Steve, man, it's not looking good either in the January transfer window. Arsenal doesn't seem to want to do any business. We're being linked to Callum Wilson today. There's rumors of Arsenal getting closer to a deal with Real Sociedad for Zubramendi. What do you think about Zubramendi?
Oh, I like him a lot, bro. That would be a huge improvement on your side. He's a starting 11 player for me. He's fantastic, bro. Can dictate the tempo of a game. Good passing range, long, short, medium. Doesn't get forward too often, but has a goal every now and then. Just a really good, consistent player as well. He'll always give you a 7.5, 8 out of 10. He's got a very good first touch, reads the game brilliantly. That guy would not look out of place at Man City as a player that you could play next to Rodri. For me, like, he's a very good player, Zubimendi. So. Yeah, that'd be a top signing. I would take him at Newcastle. He's also been linked with in the past with Barcelona before. I'm sure Real Madrid, if they needed a midfielder, I don't think they do right now. You wouldn't look out of place there. He's a fantastic player, bro. A lot of really good a lot of good players on that Real Sociedad side. So yeah, he's a legit player, bro. Legit Martin Zubimendi. Especially for the price, it's not that expensive, to be honest. He has a release clause of 50 odd million. So yeah, like I said though, Real Sociedad got a very, very, very talented team. You've got a good center back in Robin Lenormand. You have Munoz, the left back. You have Tierney. You got Take Kubo. You've got Mikel Merino. They've just put in Geraldo Becker from Union Berlin. So Real Sociedad are littered with talented players. Oyarzabal as well. Mikel Oyarzabal, fantastic player. Yeah, Zubimendi would be a great signing, bro. I don't know if you heard any of what I said, but because I know you glitched out.
No, I already know. I've been tracking that player for a long time. I've been saying we do need a player like that, man. If we do get that kind of player, it will help us in the midfield, because Steve, yeah, Martin Odegaard isn't looking good. I know this Martin Odegaard fanboys, yeah, they will come after me, yeah, but he's not looking good. Let's be
No,
frank, yeah,
no.
he's not looking good. He's not posting on assist. He has to dress the ball up to 5-6 times before he has to get a shot in or a crack in, and he's in the 18-yard box. Take a shot, shoot the ball. So all these things, yeah, it hurts, but still, I will need someone like Zubramendi. I'm hearing that'll be in the summer. But why do summer deals when we do need that help right now in the January
Yeah.
transfer window? So
Yeah.
it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Zuberi, don't duck Jezza. Take it there. Take it there. Send him the location. He's gonna come. Like I told you, Arsenal history and more is on a tour, man. He's on a tour. If you call him out, he's gonna come for you. So it's as simple as that, man. Jezza has been Zuberi. I'm warning you, man. Jezza has been on tour.
Don't mess with Jazz, man. Don't mess with Jazz.
Don't
mess with Jazz,
last
bro.
season, yeah. Last season,
Jazz was,
with that. A little bit quiet with lots of people. But this season, man, Jazz is ready, man. Jazz is looking good. He's ready. He's been on tour. He just came from Damport channel the other day, and he's having his own shows. That's good. CS Steve, yeah. Give me your top 4. What's your top 4 looking like? Because we have to go.
Ooh. Okay, Man City champions.
It hurts you don't have to put Newcastle
in
this.
It sucks, but it sucks.
Oh my God. But guys, don't worry. We're still going to have the Gunnerz Magz show. At worst, maybe Steve might not talk about, he might not talk about Newcastle. He might just talk about the league.
All right, now you're just waffling. Now you just waffling for the sake of it. You like hearing your own voice or something. You just like talking words for the sake of it.
I love this, man. I love this. No,
you were sounding all squeaky.
You remember last season? You were sounding all squeaky that Newcastle. Suddenly, so bro, leave me alone when I have to waffle about this. Let me drink the tears.
The tears. No, I'll be fucking crying tears if we don't beat Fulham on Saturday, or at least get a draw to get a replay. I know the Prem is done. We'll probably finish.
It's gone.
At best, we'll finish.
You'll be deluded if you think you're getting
fuck all that. The FA Cup is what I'm worried about. FA Cup is what I'm worried about. But no, in regards to top 4, I got Man City champions, Liverpool second. This is tough between Villa, Arsenal, and Spurs. It's very tough.
Man, it's not looking good.
I can't lie. I'm gonna go with Tottenham third. Oh. Aston Villa or Arsenal fourth. Holy moly. This is a tough one. This is a very tough one. Oh man. This is tough. I'll wait till Tony comes back, but big up everybody in the chat. Make sure, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe to my brother Tony's channel. I'm sure you guys are already. But yeah, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. But yeah, it is very tough because I'd probably slightly lean Aston Villa to get that 4th spot over Arsenal because of the home form being nearly impeccable. I mean, all those wins and only the one draw to Sheffield United. That was the one blip. But I mean, other than that, look, and they're still alive in the FA Cup and the what's it called, in the Europa Conference League. We'll see how far they go in that. I fancy them to at least get the semifinal because you also got good teams in there like Eintracht Frankfurt. It's very tough though with Villa. I do think Spurs will get third. I'll go with Spurs third and Villa fourth, and I'll explain why. Start with Spurs. They have not only do they have an excellent home record, their away record is the best in the league. Last time I checked, on the table. If you do an away table in Premier League just based off away results only, they have the best Spurs. I think the first or second best away record in the Premier League. That is the third. 5 wins, 4 draws, and 2 losses. 19 points from a possible 33. Only Liverpool and Man City have a better points tally. So, and then their home record is also, it's the 6th best. 7 wins, 3 losses. But I just think they might nick it for 4th just because I see more of an identity and more of a. I just see a bit more from Spurs this season in the Premier League than Arsenal. I can't lie, bro. I really can't
No,
lie.
I get you, but I do think they have more injury. Like I think
Sure,
injuries
but
will
they're
still come
coping
back.
with it well. They're coping with it well, to be fair. They are coping with it pretty well. Like we all thought that when Madison was injured, that they're just gonna tumble down the table.
Yeah, they're just gonna crumble.
Suma, Star, Romero. They've had injuries to Pedro Porro. What's it called? Who's the kid at right back?
Udogie.
There you go. He's been suspended or injured for a few games here and there. They've coped with it really well.
Really well, and with leftovers.
The only competition they're in is in the FA Cup. Yeah, even Richarlison, who nobody rates, he's scoring some goals.
No one rates him. He was scoring goals.
Oh, I can't lie. I think they might just nick it. They might just nick it.
Man, I don't know. With Arsenal, it's looking horrible, man. With us,
yeah.
For me, I think this is Liverpool's year, man. Bro, can't you see the stars are aligning? Carabao Cup, FA Cup.
Oh, they've been excellent. They have been excellent, bro, and they deserve to be top of the table.
Exactly, man. Just look at the passage. Carabao Cup, FA Cup against Norwich. See, everything seems to be going their way right now. And mind you, they're blitzing all these teams right now without Salah, So what happens when Salah comes back and start chipping in those goals and helping them in the attack? Man, it's Liverpool's to lose. It's Liverpool. I think
City will do it, but it'll be it'll be close, man.
Yeah.
It'll be close.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think City might come second. Arsenal, bro, man, we might drop to 4th. The way I'm seeing it, man, we might drop to 4th. It's very possible that Arsenal might drop to 4th or 5th, but I'm an Arsenal fan. I'll just go with 4th. Maybe Aston Villa might nick that 3rd position. And the reason why I'm saying that
they've been stellar.
Bro, the reason why Arsenal will not get 3rd is because we didn't do anything in the transfer window. No striker, no midfielder, extra defender, no backup for Bukayo Saka. It's finished. It's done, dusted. The manager is over. It's over.
Yeah.
And if this manager knows what's good for him, he better have a rethink about this job and just leave this job and give it to someone who is more credible.
He's just not at the he's not at the level, bro. Like he's just not at the level, and that's okay. It's his first job. It's okay. Like, for example, if my first ever job was being the president of the United States, I would fail. Bro. Yeah. Any of us, even, bro, we've seen presidents and we've seen people fail that have had a resume to back it up to warrant that job, and they failed at it. So, it's just not, it's not
good enough. It's not good enough.
He's not ready for it yet.
Yeah, he's not ready. So I really think he should see if he doesn't give us the big trophies this season, man.
She probably won't.
He should just go. Like he should go. Yeah. It's a waste. He should go. There's no wrapping around it. He just has to go, man. Without those,
go to a club.
Go to the Premier League. Okay, I would dance another tune. If you win the Champions League, I would dance another tune. But see, Steve, with no striker,
forget about it.
With no striker,
Forget
with
about
no
it.
backup midfielder, we're done.
Forget
There's no
about
even
it,
need
bro.
to dream.
Literally.
There's no dreaming in this one. Just
Huh?
cut the dream. Cut it. Steve, what do you have coming up, man? Talk to these people, man. We're about to go.
I got yeah, I'm starting in 3 minutes. I'm doing Atletico Madrid versus Sevilla, the Copa del Rey quarterfinal, which
Yeah.
is wow, we could have some big games. We could have Real Sociedad play Athletic Club in the semifinal. The
Mm,
Basque Derby, obviously one of the best in Spain, best in world football. That derby. Um,
mm,
Mallorca as well is in the semifinal, so they could play any of those. And then tonight, I assume Atletico Madrid will beat down a really, really poor Sevilla side.
yeah.
They're just not they haven't been good in the league for coming up on like 2 years now. So, but they are a tricky a cup team. You know, they
Yeah.
do have that knack of turning up for cup games. So maybe something miraculous could happen. But yeah, that's what I got going on in a few minutes here. So
In a few minutes. So, guys, please go on to Steve's channel, Track for Steve, and go
yeah,
check him out. Doing that Spanish Cup.
yep.
I think what cup is it? Is it not the Spanish Cup?
Copa del Rey.
Copa del Rey. Sorry, Copa del Rey. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent to the Spanish to the English FA Cup, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So guys, yeah, go check him out. After this one, in fact, in about a minute time, he'll be
Yeah.
having it. Jess is
Yeah.
down here. Says so funny. These clowns call someone out, then go to hide.
Yeah, I love it, man. Gotta
Jess.
fucking love it.
See, Steve, thanks for
Uh,
popping into the show, man. God bless you.
no problem.
Hopefully, I'll
Thank
be in
you
your
for
chart,
having me, bro.
just dance around, in the chart a little bit. Big up to
Yeah.
you, man, and thanks for showing up to the show, man.
No, thank you.
From
Thank you for
me,
having me, bro. Been a
yeah,
pleasure.
sure, man,
Been a pleasure, bro.
sure.
For sure.
Hopefully, I get to seize you again and come down here and let's do another
Huh?
one. Mostly with
For
that,
sure,
with
bro.
the games coming in thick and fast, it'd be nice to have you. See,
Yep.
Steve, yeah, big ups to you. Big ups to everyone who came down here today. Digi Sports on Saturday, 5 p.m. Come join us on Saturday for that one. The Big Four will be joining us here tomorrow. Come join us tomorrow also on Friday, 7 p.m. From us, big ups, and go join Steve Mahala for his show. Big ups.